guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be diving back into some more Better Minecraft. So, huge update to this mod pack. Jumping in today, there's been some major changes. And let's call this update the storage update. Yeah, the storage update, I guess you can call it. Now, one thing you might notice if you're loading up at the same time, you loaded this update, this particular one, the texture pack that I'm using, it's gone. Now, if you want to get it, of course, you can just go and download it. I'll go ahead and show you guys here. This is my resource loadout, I guess you can call it. Stay True is the one you want to download. You download it from the Curse Forge website or their website directly. Do not download it from anywhere else. Just the Curse Forge website. Of course, you can find that. It's literally Curse Forge. So you download that. I have it down here. Of course, this order does matter. So if you want to look at that order, of course, you can follow that. Now, this was also a texture pack that was added. This is the Create Style Vanilla, and it changes a few things, but there is something I want to talk about. I added a storage mod a little while ago. So I added Simple Storage Networks. Now, Simple Storage Networks is a mod I added, and then in this update, which just happened right afterwards, this mod was added. So this is called Tom's Simple Storage, and what you have here is, well, basically the same mod, just looks different. I personally prefer the Simple Storage over here, over this mod, but we're going to talk a little bit about this mod. It works almost identical to how the other one works. You have an inventory cable connector that's going to connect right here onto any of your storages. You can have a bunch of storages. Then you're going to need an inventory connector, very similar to the storage master that we have. That connects into your cables from which everything is connected to. And then you will hook a crafting terminal either to the top of this or the side of this. Let's hook it to the side for right now. And then you can see, if you click on that, you see all the free slots, and then this right here. So within this inventory, if you put items in, they're going to end up inside this chest. Now notice, it is kind of weird. Like, that honestly seems like a bug, but it says there's 2 of them. 2 of those. 44 of those. Even though there's only 22 in there. Yeah, this is why I like this mod. It seems like that's kind of bugged. That I've just now noticed that. That's kind of weird. It's doubling up the items, even though they're not technically doubled. See, when I pull it out, it goes to 0. So yeah, do what you want to do. You can use this mod. You can use the one that I have linked down in the description below. It doesn't really matter. Both of them are going to work. I'm going to stick with this one for now because I know and trust the mod dev. Like I know the mod dev, Lothazar, who worked on this along with all the other people that worked on it. And I trust Loth's work. So this mod right here is what I'm going with. But anyways, enough of that. Some other things have changed. We have world terrain generation changes as well. However, we may not notice them because, well, we've traveled a lot. This is probably the less traveled areas. I've even traveled all the way up here following maps and stuff. So we're going to have to, generate some new land in order to discover some new things. So this will be something that we get to do, which is super fun. I like, traveling and discovering new things because there were some new things added. There was also some things that were made harder to find. So like particular dungeons and stuff. Also notice biomes are completely weird. So you may notice biomes are all over the place. That is because over the updates and stuff, things have changed. Mods have been added, mods have been removed. And so the world is going to look super choppy, at least in my world, as we've spent almost 30 days in this world. So yeah, that's the thing. But anyways, enough of that. Remember this roach here. This roach is something special. Right? This is a special roach to me for a very particular reason. The Alex mod has so much stuff. Speaking of Alex mod, also, quests have changed. And the void worm is technically needed in order to get to the last chapter, even though, wink, wink, it's actually not. You can actually just make the portal and go there if you want, even without the quest. It's not like the quest is blocking you from doing it. But anyways, enough of that. This roach. Let's get back on topic. This roach. Now, there is an item that you can use to gather more roaches. So if I want more roaches, which is not a bad idea, we can gather them. Now, Alex mod. This mod has some really quirky features to it, and one of them is this maraca. Now, we need a rattlesnake in order to get to this. I think I have the rattlesnake tail. So we can actually make a maraca. Now, what this does is when we rattle it, it's supposed to attract roaches. They like this. They really like the maraca, right? And by the way, to get rattlesnakes, you just have to kill the snakes that are just off in the distance. There's like a ton of them over there. But I think this probably work like better underground. It just like happens to, this thing happened to spawn above ground for some reason, probably because I'm leaving my trash all over the ground, you know. I'm like dropping food, and we have all this good food laying around, you know. The roaches are just wanting it. Or cardboard. Do I have cardboard laying around? You know what? There might be cardboard somewhere as well. But I should be able to change this roach here. So I'm gonna pick this roach up because we need to place it down. And there's something that we have to do. We have to summon the mariachi band. I think that's what it would be called. You guys have no idea what's coming, but it is hilarious. I hope it's not copyrighted music. So let's unspawnify this thing, and let's give it the maraca. Yes! It's just what you think it is. It is a roach. El Rocho. Right there. And then if you have more roaches, they will dance with the roach. Yes, it is a thing. It is a beautiful thing. Enjoy it. You know you love it. You really love it. You're gonna give this video a thumbs up just because of how much you love this. But anyways, can we pick it up? Oh no, it right clicks it. Oh no. Okay, so we can give it to it again. Oh, we can't pick it up like that. I wish we could pick it up like that. But the fact that you can shift right click on roaches to make them do that is awesome. Now, if you have more roaches, you can do that. And if you have the slime if you have this thing right here, the mimic cream, and you right click on the roach, it'll be a rainbow roach. It'll literally be changing rainbow colors, and you can give it the maraca at the same time. Oh, it's too good. Yeah, other roaches, by the way, dance in circles when that happens around them, which is, it's just too good. Come on, that's worth a like. So, with the void worm on my brain, let's talk a little bit about how we should go about collecting the void worm or getting the item needed to summon the void worm. It's not as easy as you might think. So the void worm here is this massive creature that is incredibly horrifying. I have actually seen it in the world, in worlds that I have played around with. It is a monstrosity. It is scary. It is fast. It teleports in the sky. It goes way up in the air. It's crazy, right? So this thing needs to be dropped into the void, right? So you're going to fight it in the end. Now, it talks a little bit about how to obtain this thing right in the first page. So it says, one can obtain one of these worms by placing a crimson mosquito larva inside of an it's an endophage, iophage capsid. This iophage capsid is actually pretty ridiculous, right? We need to get a capsid first. And to get this thing, we have to find those and kill them. So to talk about what that endophage is, this thing right here is disgusting. Its backstory is horrifying. Basically, it attacks things. This right here is an eye of Ender on the inside. It attacks things, and then it loses its eye of Ender while basically impregnating you with its babies. And after 10 minutes, which is called the Ender flu, after 10 minutes, you will basically erupt with more of these babies, more of these iophage, and you will take a lot of damage and potentially die from doing it. It also does it to other mobs. Its whole goal was to apparently, eat out or eat all the intergrades, which are these little like bears in the nether, or in the end. And yeah, it says right here, the host will erupt with new smaller phages. So the backstory is pretty rough, but even worse than that, once it does attack, it loses its sight. So it can't attack when it doesn't have an ender eye. So what it does is it seeks out an enderman, it attacks it, gives it blindness while it rips out its eye, and then stores it back in so it can see. This is a horrifying monster, but apparently we can kill them, and one of their drops is this top piece, which is what we need. So that's just one part. Now, the Crimson Mosquito, it's not super difficult to get. Let's take a look at the you can find these, by the way, just in the Crimson. But if we use the supplementaries mod or cage, this cage right here, I think we should be able to pick up mosquitoes, or not mosquitoes, flies. And we'll find flies all over the place. They're really easy to be seen in the deserts and stuff. But we just basically need to get a regular fly that we see flying around and just spawn that in the nether. And so we can, hopefully, if we can pick it up in a cage, that'll make it easier to do. If we can't pick it up in a cage, we're gonna have to figure out something else to do, but it should be considered a smaller mob. At least I hope so. But that's gonna generate a Crimson Mosquito, which are horrifying because they jump in your face and they suck your blood like a mosquito. It is that disgusting. It is exactly what you think. And that, well, when you kill them, you're basically wanting to get their little straw. That's what you're gonna need. And we're gonna have to combine that also with a fly larva that we get from killing flies. We're going to combine those two things together, and that is going to get us the little worm that we need to place inside of the capsoid, I believe is what it's called. And that gives us the worm. Lots of steps. Hope you're following. We have to find flies now. So let's see if we can't hunt some down. Perfect. Right here are some flies. There's a fly right here. Let's see if we can't capture this. Well, I had the fly in my sight, and then it flew away from me. That's not good. And we almost got bit by a snake. Where did it go? There they are. So, can I capture you? Oh, I can. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. This is so good. I have both of them now, and the bonus with having two of these is we can actually create a fly farm. How am I going to do that? We have to figure out a way to create a fly farm. Huh. Let's see what we can't come up with. So I proudly present to you the Fly Breeder 9000. Yeah, it's a fly. I can't. I had a hard time building this as well. I was like, you know what? I was like trying not to like think about it, while also Google searching what a fly breeding operation looks like. And let me tell you, it's a lot of white tints and just metal aluminum. It's just a lot of white tints and aluminum poles. Honestly, that's what separates us from massive fly world domination right there. Like if you just Google search fly breeding, it's wow. Okay. Imagine if one of those things like burned down or something and the flies just got out. It would be catastrophic. But anyways, this is our fly breeder. So it's exactly what you think it is. This is meant to look like, you know, blood and like meat and like rotting things and compost and yeah, just the nasty stuff. And so all we got to do is plop down our two flies in here while we make sure that they can't get out, right? So they can't get out the door. And then we hold rotten flesh. They really like rotten flesh, by the way. They'll fly right to you. And then let them breed. Let them do the thing. And we get more flies. And we need we need this whole room basically filled with flies. It's going to take a little while. It's going to be like our cow breeder, but it's kind of cool that we have a place. Who would have thought I would be breeding flies? Well, not me. No, I didn't think I'd be doing this. Guys, this guy just raised a brow at me. I think he's onto me. I think he knows what's going on in here. He straight up raised a brow at me. Watch him. Walks around. Look at that. What? He's over here straight up giving me the look. Get out of here. So enough with the flies. I just noticed I changed some texture packs around and got this looking back the way we had it originally. I realized if we go into the options, resource packs, the vanilla editions. Yeah, it's what's changing everything. So it's what's changing the fences and all kinds of craziness. So I decided to get rid of it. Also, it has a problem with waving blocks. So I like the waving blocks. So I decided to, go ahead and just give it the whole throw out the window. But we have been breeding flies. I've been breeding flies anyways. You guys have just been sitting behind the screen watching this as I breed flies, which honestly, the more you think about it, the weirder this gets. I'm just breeding flies and you guys are watching. It's getting kind of weird, right? I don't know. You guys can let me know down in the comments below. What's your favorite fly pun? I just can't think of many. I really can't. I mean, honestly, they're just flying right over my head. I can't come up with one. I mean, it's really starting to bug me. Man, I really wish I was like you guys and could just come up with insect jokes, just right on the fly. Just not in me. So now that we have a little bit of flies built up, we can probably catch a couple. Just a couple in our fly farm. And let's go ahead and take these guys to the nether. I know that sounds really weird, but we need to basically create ourselves a little room in the nether and wait for them to turn into terrifying mosquitoes and then kill them. And then we also need to kill some regular flies as well to get larvae. There's a whole lot of stuff we have to do. So let's get that done. So here we are in the nether in a nice calm box that we're about to create a monster. Look at it vibrating. Oh no. Okay, so breeding CD, that's its cooldown, but it doesn't matter because it's about to explode into an incredibly horrific monster. Oh, that got out. So it needs a 3x3 area. Oh, no, this is what I don't like. Oh, nightmare fuel. 100%. And it spits it back at you, which is gross. We got both of the things we need though. We ended up getting we got a blood sac, but this is the main thing we need. What is that? The probiosis. Biosis, right? That's a lot of sounds at the end. And then we got a blood sac. I think you can use this to make a gun. Yeah, you can make a blood sprayer with it with netherrack and a few more. But we basically have a farm that allows us to be able to sort of make these guys, which is horrifying, by the way. Also, I can now insta-break this stuff because we weren't able to insta-break it before, but now we're able to insta-break it, which is kind of cool. So we have one more to do. I think the problem is they're flying up to the roof, and then once they change, that's the problem. Look at this little guy. He has no idea what the monster he's about to turn into. Nothing like a parasitic insect. And boy, is this one of them. Oh my. What in the world? Oh, there it goes. Yeah. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Yeah, and it's going to spit it right back at me. Is it going to go in for more? This is a horrifying image right here. Horrifying image. But it is what it is, right? I mean, also this F5 view, kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. I wonder if it has a cooldown. I guess it has a cooldown? Like, you're my friend now. You're my buddy. Are you gonna... You're just waiting for me to kill you, aren't you? You don't really want anything else from me. You just... And by the way, notice not all of them drop. So we actually got lucky and got everything we need right from the start. So we have a couple more things we need to do. One involves killing one of these. It's a 10% chance. So if we kill some of these, I know it's sad. Oh, we should get maggots. Never mind. We have them. It'd be really gross if they just like randomly drop maggots on the ground. But then again, I can totally see how that's not a good idea for like servers and stuff, but still, it's kind of a cool idea. Now, the only thing we have to do is combine these two things and we get ourselves a crimson mosquito larva. Oh, pest control. I know. This thing is gross. But right here, it is used to tame a warped toad, but can be fed to a stradpole. But this thing right here is what you actually need in order to get to that void worm. And what we have to do is, I believe we have to put the larva onto that block, but we have to first find those things in the end. That's a whole thing in itself, right? So we need to find this. Let's go to the void worm, crimson mosquito larva onto this capsid. And to get that capsid, we of course have to kill these things, I believe. They say that they have a small chance. Am I missing it? Where's it at? Right here. Endophage. So yeah, they drop the capsid, I believe. But it's, yeah, can drop a unique block called the capsid. So we have to find them first. But a few things that we need is coarse fruit. So if we have coarse fruit, it kind of like, if we use coarse fruit, if we get the flu, it will remove that flu from us so we don't have to worry about dying, which is probably going to be a good idea. So one of the biomes that this thing says it spawns in is the End Midlands. So if we go to the End Midlands, hopefully we'll have a chance. Now we need to find End Midlands, and I'm going to be using this tool called a Nature's Compass. Very easy to make, just some saplings, and we can search End Highlands, and let's hope we find one. Start search. So it's 1,000 blocks away, and it gives us this compass direction to be able to find that. So I'm going to head this way, and let's hope that they are there. I'm honestly horrified of them because they sound scary. But the thing is we only have to kill them. We don't have to really do too much else. Like kill them and also make sure we don't die to the flu. Like I'm also going to try and capture one if I possibly can. So we just made an advancement because we made it to this area, and it said what? Where strange things grow? Where the strange things grow. Oh my god, that horrified me. What the heck? That just come right in front of me. Oh, did that scare you? That had to have given you that gave me a heart attack. I have no idea what that was. Oh, deep breath. Okay, jump scares in Minecraft. All right, so chorus squid, and apparently they're like head crabs. But that's, oh shoot. Wait, are they are they Naruto running? They're straight up Naruto running. Quit that. That's funny. All right. Also, we have Ender ore. What does that drop? Ender shards. Okay. So I need to continue going through here, and hopefully they will spawn. That's sort of the goal. Let me move this out of here. It's so funny that, like, I'm trying not to look at them. But the fact, oh, this is where this ore is at too. Oh, it did jump on my head. Get off of me. This ore is used to make a furnace. That's kind of cool. Hopefully I can find some more of this ore. Yeah, it's all over the place. In this particular biome. God, these squids are disgusting. I thought we were going to be fighting other things, not these squids. Oh my gosh. So after a few rocket attempts, we have at least two of them here. And boy, they look honestly scary. Oh. What did that just do? Oh, that's horrifying. Oh, if you guys have arachnophobia, you're going to hate this. Oh, indistancing is what that said. Oh, and we dropped the block. Oh, look what it says. Capsid 19. That, I get it. I get it, chat. I get it, guys. I do. I do. We have to at least get the flu once. Give me the flu. Oh, no, we're getting the flu. It broke some. It sounded like it broke my armor. Race against the clock. We have Ender flu. You know, we should take this home and see if it actually can kill us. Like, I kind of want to see if it can. By the way, these things are super cool. Like, you don't even realize they're what they are until you get close. This is one of those things. Look at him. You wouldn't even know it. Dude, these guys are Naruto running. That's too funny. So we have 8, 7, 6, 5 seconds before we apparently die. And 1. And oh, that thing just grew out of me. That is horrifying. Can we catch it in a cage? That's what I want to know. Can this go into a cage? Oh, it can. We caught the one that popped out of us. That sounds incredibly gross. But we have a way to catch these nasty things and put them on display. Oh boy, I'm gonna break this, and this is going to find its new home here. Nope, nope, nope. Shift, place. Oh, that is gross looking, but so cool with the cage. Oh, it's gonna stay there forever. That is nasty. Oh, just to remind us of the flu, and the fact that that thing came out of us is also quite disturbing. So apparently now for the fun part, we have to place a capsid and then place this on it. Oh, that's... Oh. And now we have Destroy the Child, Mysterious Worm. This summons the Void Worm when we throw the Void Worm on the ground. So when we throw this into the void, it summons the Void Worm. I have to spin our globe just because I'm super excited about that. We're not, however, doing that this episode. Instead, I'm going to continue breeding up my flies because that is way less scary than fighting the Void Worm. I think next episode, we have to prep for the Void Worm fight. Whew. Deep breath, Chosen, deep one. Well, guys, I of course want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that is going to be a huge thanks to Naomi Love. Thank you so much for your amazing support over on Patreon. And guys, if you are interested in becoming a Patreon yourself, of course, you can find that linked down in the description below. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, all of the fun stuff that we did today. If you did, be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, man, I would really appreciate it if you'd click that subscribe button. And guys, I'll of course see you in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.